Well, hello everyone, I'm Lee McCain.
And I am Beth McCain.
And together we are the Beth and Lee McCain radio show. And
we sure are.
What we talk about is the law of attraction.
That's right, we talk about the law of attraction.
Mm-hmm. What if somebody's tuning in for the first time and they don't know what that is?
Well, go ahead and tell them, Lee.
Well, I guess I will.
Okay.
The law of attraction is the universal gift from the universe to all of us here on this wonderful earth that states whatever you think, feel, and emit, whatever feelings and thoughts you emit out to the universe,
what you focus on
will come back to you manifested in a physical form.
Very well put.
And that's what it is.
Sign me up.
Well, I wanted you for all those years, and look what I got.
Sign me up.
It's that easy, isn't it?
Well, it is that easy, but we get in the way of ourselves sometimes. And so we're here to teach you how to get out of the way.
Think of us as your MapQuest or your personal GPS to the law of attraction.
That's right.
That's what we do. For 10 years now, we've been going around just blathering on and on about it, and we love every minute of it.
We sure do. We sure do.
And so we hope that you enjoy what we do here and that you might pick up a pointer or two to make the secret work for you.
And please email questions to us anytime. We answer all of our own email.
radio@bethandleemccain.com.
Okay, so shall we get to it?
Let's do it.
All righty.
All right.
Well, go ahead. I'm going to let you go first.
All righty. I will ask you this question.
Okay.
And it comes from Cindy in California. And this is, by the way, I happen to know what this question is, and it's very, very interesting. It's one we've never had before.
I know. Well, hello, Cindy.
That's pretty rare, isn't it?
It is,
okay.
Yeah, because we do get multiples sometimes, don't we?
Here's Cindy's question.
Okay.
How do I use the law of attraction to help me get over my germ phobia that I've suffered the last few years? And she underlines last few years. So it's something that's kind of new in her life.
I see. Well, with germ phobia and the fact that it has only affected your life in the last few years is really a symptom of another issue, Cindy. The larger picture is control, or rather, you're feeling a lack of control in your life. You're very correct when you wonder if this could affect success in the law of attraction, because at its very root, it does affect you and the law of attraction, and here's why. It is a fact that in the law of attraction, the universe is not prone to micromanagement. And the ultimate definition of micromanagement is control. So perhaps you can solve two problems at once by focusing on letting go. When you give up feelings, thoughts, and the need for control, the universe will react favorably to this, and things that you want will begin to manifest, including your desire to rid yourself of a germ phobia that is caused at its root by control. Until your creation comes into reality, here's another little trick for you. If you have been in public and you have experienced the feelings of germ phobia, when you get home, sit in a quiet place and replay the day as you would have preferred it to be. See the day as you're going into public and not even giving a care to the thought of germs. This will tell the universe that you are serious in beating your issue. So, Cindy, I hope this helps. You got anything to say?
It really is. I really agree with what you said about the whole basic issue being control. Think about in any of our lives. We all have these little pockets where we feel that we have absolutely, that we're just flotsam and jetsam. We have absolutely no control over what is going on. And so if you're a person who has this control issue, but you also happen to be a really gentle, caring kind of person, you're going to send that more inward instead of outward. And the way that manifests a lot of times is with germ phobia, because you're able to kind of deal with the problem internally as opposed to really doing it outside of yourself.
Exactly.
And this is not, Cindy, this is not an unusual issue. So you can feel good about that. I mean, you're in good company, all right? And so the basic thing is to put all your energy toward those control issues. When you start relinquishing that, like Beth said,
when you start letting go,
you're going to find that you just aren't thinking about it as much.
Yeah.
And then you know what's going to happen is you're just going to catch yourself having gone in, used a public toilet, and half the day go, oh my God, I forgot I did that, and I wasn't even afraid of the germs or the germs on my clothes or any of that. That's how it will start to manifest when you start implementing it. So
and please email us and let us know.
yeah, give us a follow-up on this, and then we'll pass it on to the listeners as well, because I'm sure people are going to want to know how this all turns out.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
so thank you for that, Cindy.
Yeah, and I got one for you now, Lee.
Great.
This is from Iris in New Mexico.
Hello, Iris.
Hi, Iris.
Beautiful name.
Yes. Very pretty.
Like a flower.
When I tell my child no, am I keeping him from creating his world in the law of attraction?
I love this question. Because it has a little bit to do with parenting.
It sure does.
And, you know, the one thing when our little ones come into this world, they don't come with instruction books.
That's true.
So our responsibility as parents is to write the instruction book that our children hopefully will follow. So not only do we need instruction books for ourselves, but we need them to pass on to these wonderful little beings, these wonderful little beams of light that come in. Now, your question is, am I hampering his law of attraction? Am I stepping on his toes, so to speak, by telling him no? Well, the answer is telling him no, in other words, guiding him and directing him, is what is going to make his law of attraction situation be one that's positive. You see, people automatically assume that law of attraction means fun, good, positive, okay? Law of attraction can also mean negative. See, we can attract negative things as well.
That's right.
So if your child is raised without any boundaries, without any social boundaries, without any positive, there's the word, positive boundaries, well, your son's going to attract the law of attraction. Your son's going to enjoy the law of attraction, but it's going to be the kinds of things that are attracting to him that nobody wants in their lives. So that's why we as parents are free and are bound and are, it is our duty
to give some guidelines.
Absolutely.
You know, if a little guy, and of course we don't know how old your child is. We're not sure if you're talking from a 2-year-old tantrum stage or in a teenage stage. But when you have a child and he reaches for the fire in the fireplace, you're going to say no. And you're not just going to direct him away from it and hope he doesn't do it again. You have to be emphatic about saying no, because that is a negative thing that would happen to him. And part of your job as a parent and teaching him the law of attraction is to give him the guidelines positive guidelines of being a human being. And then from there, obviously if it's stepping on toes about, Mom, if he's a teenager, Mom, I want to be a rock star.
And you say, no, you're going to be an accountant. Well, okay, then
that's completely different.
You're entering his world and you're the negative.
Exactly.
In that equation, okay? So I hope that answers the question. We spent a little time on this one because it's really important.
Especially when it comes to your children. It's so important.
And you know what? There's very few take-twos when it comes to your kids.
Yeah.
In other words, it's very hard. If you don't get it right the first time, it's kind of hard to backpedal and correct it.
And it really isn't about being right or wrong. It's just you gently guide them they're young.
And it's about what we know is positive.
Yeah.
And
how wonderful, if your little person is little, how wonderful that you are already thinking about the law of attraction and how to help him in his life with it. Because a child that has been taught the law of attraction from being little, they are amazing when it comes to adults because they know that the world is limitless. And that's just an amazing thing to know that most adults don't know.
Yeah.
So anyway.
There we go.
All right.
Okay.
Boy, that went fast.
It did. It was very enjoyable. We had 2 great questions.
I know. And now we're going to go out in the snow that we never get.
Nope.
This is the first time that we've actually gotten snow.
Snow like this, yeah. It's a couple inches that's stuck to the ground.
So that'll be nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, folks. Thanks so much for tuning in every week. We really enjoy this, and we'll see you next week with Show 33.
All right. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.